Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and kids, because I know some of my internship kids are watching. Although, are they still my internship kids? Because today was my final day with them. Sure, I'll still spend until the summer at the same school, just in a different class. I'll be teaching the 4, 5, 6-year-olds as opposed to the 11, 12s. It was somewhat of a weird day, being the last one, second day after Christmas break, which I and the entire class knew which would be my final day in that class. Teaching, doing some things, taught a lesson in the morning, did an activity in the afternoon. The teacher gave me the final hour to do some activities, also because I had my birthday in the Christmas break, combined that with like a goodbye activity. What I did was for every one of the 20 students, I um, came up with a memory. And with come up, I don't mean it didn't happen. I just made something out of nothing. Things did happen. I just need to remember. What thing will I really remember about that kid? What will I really remember about that kid and that kid? And yeah, worked out. Got something for all of them. Said something about that. Said something about the music teacher. Said something about both the two regular teachers of the class. I handed out little smiley magnets as a little gift. I still have 2 remaining, so I'll get those out to show you. They were in 6 different colors. There's the yellow one. There's the green one. So they were like that, and in addition to that, because it was also my birthday, I also handed something else out, which had to be put in the fridge, which in the morning, and I warned everyone else, it can break easily, please don't touch or move it. Like, with everyone, I mean all the teachers, because we had a meeting like in the morning before school started, and a lot of them were like, okay, what did he put in the fridge? We want to know, so eventually I told them. I will show you what I got. Actually, if you see this, like just before I handed this out, I brought this in, like obviously like this times 22, into the classroom into sort of baskets. It's not an exactly basket, but for the lack of a better term, for the ease of conversation, a basket. And I came into the classroom, and the kids were like, "Ice cream, yeah!" Luckily, they calmed down quite quickly because they did realize that I wanted to do something special, wanted to say something special because it was my goodbye. Um, no, it wasn't ice cream. It just happened to be an ice cream cone. It's not the only thing that was there though. Because let's see if I can open it while holding the camera. Maybe. Yep. Undoing the ribbon. This one's gonna be a bit more difficult. So I'm gonna see you in a second. It was actually quite difficult. I decided to take the easy way out, which I expected more kids to do, but quite a lot of them actually opened it normally. At least some of them did. I haven't actually checked very well how many did it. Anyway, I just opened the side of... How do I put this down? I opened the side of the piece of plastic so that I can get it out and show you. I have fruit ice cream. It's a little soggy because it was in there for a little bit longer than, well, I suppose it should have. I didn't intend to eat it this afternoon with the kids. I was just doing some activities with the kids, so didn't get around to that. So I will be eating that in a second. Next to that, well, while the kids were eating or were already done eating, I played a little game where it was about mind reading, and the kids, and eventually the teacher as well, they had to try to read my mind. I would have an object or a person from the classroom in my mind, and they had to guess which one. I said, is it the chair? Is it the teacher's computer? Is it that girl's hairband? Is it that guy's glasses? And then eventually, obviously, they had to say yes, but often they had to say no because I only had one thing in my mind. There's one kid who, at the very start of the day, I called outside of the classroom just to prepare him for this, and I gave him a secret, like how I would show him when I was speaking the truth and when I wasn't. He seemed prepared. And he was ready for it. do that in the afternoon. He played along very well, as if he came up with the idea, even though it was definitely me. The unfortunate thing was, I'm not sure if he forgot my sign, or if he wasn't paying as close enough attention, or he was just doubting whether it was the sign or not. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't actually speak to him about it, but he didn't actually get it right. He said no, 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 and then the fifth one, I believe, I said the correct one, and then he still said no. So then I had to just say, yeah, sorry, it's not correct, because all the rest of the class knew. Sorry, it's not correct. So I just played along. I had, like, I think one of the girls guessed. She didn't get it. And then I thought, okay, we have time for one more. Who do we go for? You know what? Let's have the regular teacher do it. So she was already looking at certain things that I could do, like scratches on my mustache, or looking around, or saying, or moving my legs in a certain way. And eventually, that was it. Like, I always started with my hand here on my knee. Sometimes I would move it off, but I always place it back here. The moment I would place my hands here, and I did this on both legs. The moment I place it here, the next thing I would say would be the correct one. That was a trick. And you can do that with so many things. Even if, let's say, if you're a teacher and you want to try this, one week it can be like moving your hand up and down your leg. Next time it can be a certain scratch, although that may be a bit too obvious, but you could always give it a try. It could be a certain tap with your feet. It could be a certain way you look around. It could be just a little sniff with your nose. There could be so many things that you could do. And so that way you can keep playing the game and people can keep trying to figure out. Like, obviously this first time I had one of the kids, like, I told them that because I wanted to give the illusion that he could really read minds. Or eventually we would both reveal the secret, and it was super cool. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. But I did I did reveal the secret in the end, and they did quite like it. But would I have taught this class more? I could have just played the game more with a different trick. Like, I tell them that I have a different trick each time. However, it will be up to them to figure out the trick. And as soon as they thought, all right, I'm pretty sure I know the trick, then it's their turn. They get to go and try. So that's fun. I had a good day. Said some nice goodbyes, got some hugs. There's one guy in the class who gives a lot of hugs, and he gives some really good hugs. He did that multiple times today. But I got hugs from so many of the other kids. Like, let's say 2/3 of the class gave me a big group hug. Which I really appreciated. Some of them were like, yeah, but then I'm only going to hug the person that's going to hug the person that's going to hug the teacher. So that doesn't really add too much. Even though I really wouldn't have minded, like, the big group, I really like that too. But they just waited their turn. They gave me a second group hug with a smaller group of people. There's a smaller group of kids, which is a lot of fun as well. I really appreciate that, so thanks everyone. One of them actually made a card for me. I need to get that out. Because I told the kids some things. I made some things for the kids, like the food that I just showed you. I bought them the smiley magnets. But if I can just get it out here, a folder, a lot of stuff in it. Near the end, she was waving around like, hey, I want to say something. But she was holding this. I was like, what is this? Do you have something for me? Okay, yeah, what do you want to say? But she said she made something for me, which I thought, oh, that's cool. And then, this is the front. That's colorful, glittery, goodbye and good luck. That's already really appreciated. And then here, making sure that I cover the name for privacy reasons. A handwritten note right here. And then here, a lot of words that she associated with me. And there's some things that I would hear, I suppose, quite regularly. Fun. Nice. Smart. I appreciated that one. Silent was one. Funny. I appreciated that. Good at football. Or, as the Americans would call it, good at soccer. And I played soccer for during small breaks. During most of my days there, I played soccer. And apparently she believed that I was really good at it, which was fun. I mostly let the kids play when we were playing football. But I just mostly stayed in like the offensive area. I stayed near the goal. So that when it would come there, I could score. But that way, I would mostly leave the playing to the kids. I didn't want that because it's still their game. I didn't want to interfere too much. Occasionally, I'd have the chance to get the ball, give it a shot, pass it around, things like that. Maybe try a trick, although the tricks never really worked when I did try. So I didn't try them too many times. Eventually, last week, the penultimate chance I had, I finally scored a goal. Today, actually, almost as well. I hit the crossbar, so unfortunately that didn't work out. Did score like between like 4 or 5 different people. Like goalie couldn't really see because of all the defenders there. Right in between all of them, scored 1 goal, so that was really cool. I had that happen. So good at football. That was a fun one. But the thing that most stands out of all of these words, let's see. There's also a serious. But the most interesting thing is modern. She wrote down modern. And I'm not quite sure to think of that. It's definitely a positive thing. But I'm not sure what her definition of modern. I've never used the word modern, I think, to describe a person or a personality of someone. So I think that's a really interesting thing. And I did say that to her as well. I really like that. The fact that she made this already, super nice. She even got me anything, because I didn't expect that. This card, and then the note, like the handwritten note, the message "I like you" at the top with thumbs up, with a little owlie, with a little smiley, some tiny drawings, and then those bunch of words that she associated with me. I so appreciate that. So if you're watching, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's 2 week break from internship now. Handing stuff in next week mostly. Few tests. Most of the tests are in 2 weeks' time. And then in 3 weeks' time, I start at the same school but with the 4, 5, 6-year-olds. Should be good. It's going to be way different from the highest class, the highest year in primary school, to the lowest. It's going to be quite a difference. But I'm looking forward to it. I did meet the class that I will be teaching starting in February. Just meet him for a few minutes today as well. I got like 8 questions, but out of the 8 questions, 5 or 6 were, "I like you." So those are great questions. I like that. They seem to be excited that there was a new teacher. They seem to be excited that it was a male teacher, because there aren't that many male teachers. There's a good amount of male employees at the school I'm at, but none of them actually like teach. There's the head of the school, the janitor, IT guy, a bunch of people, but not actually in front of the class. So that's a fun thing that class now gets. They get a male teacher. They get me. That should be a lot of fun. I've got a few ideas already of things I want to try out, activities I want to do. But I'll slowly get into that, speak with the regular teacher of the class about those ideas, and then just have some fun with the kids. For now, tests, handing stuff in, got a lot of work to do. And starting with the little ones. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. And kids, because I know that in the past few weeks, most of you have found my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for an awesome hobby. I really enjoyed it with you. There were a lot of fun times. There were some, I wouldn't say rough times, some noisy times. Let's say noisy. I think noisy is the right word. There's some noisy times. We all made it through, got to know each other, and had a lot of fun. And I'm pretty sure you all knew that from the things I said from during this last day. I really appreciate all of you. So thank you very much. I won't be teaching you in class anymore, but I will be seeing you around, because it will still be at the same school. Goodbye.